And good morning. It's Friday. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie and our special guest, Greg.
Good morning.
We got two guests today.
Greg, who's that with you over there?
That's a fill-in stunt double.
That girl couldn't make it today, could she?
I think she had to, it's getting close to Halloween. I heard she was out getting her broom recertified.
She's flying somewhere, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yep. So, Julia, that girl will be out this morning as we face this Friday morning.
I don't understand. I may have to go back and revisit this contract. How much PTO time do you give?
She's getting a lot. Have you noticed it?
I mean, I'm not the kind to throw rocks, but I mean...
It is getting serious.
Yeah. I've heard of part-time, but part-time?
It's gotten bad.
Yeah.
She needs to get on the ball.
Yeah.
And then we had a special guest that was going to fill in who bailed out at the last moment. The high sheriff couldn't make it.
Work.
He could have sent Harold.
He could have, but we ain't got him.
Well, Harold may be on the way. He didn't get the notice till late.
There ain't no I can assure you one thing. He's doing something.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, there ain't no doubt. He, more than likely, fella been up all night chasing bad guys or something.
And speaking of that, we've got some stories of some bad guys that thought they were going to get away last night.
Oh, they got caught.
You run, but you can't hide.
Them little green men will find you, and then
Come with me.
Yep, that's kind of how it went down. We'll tell you all about that coming up this morning. Well, we're late this morning as we're all practicing Where Are You Tonight? Don't y'all just love that song?
Yo.
That was something that we watched every Saturday night.
It was really a classic song if you get down to it.
Yeah.
I can still see Hank Williams Jr. and Merle Kilgore spitting on each other. And you were gone. But, there was really some of the most famous people in the world that did that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Vince Gill.
Yeah.
I mean, just off the top of my head, Loretta. I mean, George Jones.
Just legend after legend.
Oh, yeah. Everybody who was anybody went through. What's kind of like Jimmy Rogers used to be a Meridian.
Yeah.
If you were going to make it, you were coming through the Jimmy Rogers and you were going to be on Hee Haw.
Yep.
First time I seen Alabama, I'll never forget. My daddy sitting there. Oh, them long-haired hippies, they won't never make nothing. Sorry, Dad, you're wrong.
Well, even George Strait, as you go back, I can remember seeing him.
Ooh, clean baby face.
Yeah, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was back in the unwound days of just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
Well, excuse me, but I think you got my chair.
That's right.
You'd have to buy a car from Junior. Call him down there at BR
549. The pride of what was it?
Cornfield County.
Cornfield County, but Junior was from Conyers, Georgia, I believe.
Oh, his real home.
Yeah, his real home.
But that guy, he made it off of just. He was funny.
Oh yeah.
Or at least we thought it was.
And he got to telling stories. They said around the general store and the co-op and stuff. And that's what made him famous is people, hey, record this. I want to send a copy of this to somebody.
It's like Jerry Clower.
Yep, and that's kind of how it all happened there at the feed store. And he got to selling all kinds of fertilizer with his stories, and it just grew from one thing. And somebody from MCA Records come down and shot one of them cows with him, and
it was.
I'm going to take that mule out. They won't let us hunt.
I still roll and roll and roll. Good morning. We hope your day is going well. Already 4 minutes into the hour, and again, we want to remind you we've had some showers this morning. It's some wet stuff out there. Roads are wet.
Roads have still got puddles on them, so be careful. You're still going to run through some puddles. Don't hydroplane. Hope you got some good tires. Again, leave early.
And slow down. For God's sake, slow down. This car run up behind me this morning. Odie just tore a scab off. This car runs up behind me. We're bumper to bumper on 145 coming into Meridian. And I don't understand. I got 4, 5 car lengths between me and the person in front of me.
Right.
In case a deer runs out, anything. You've got reaction time. This car is right. I mean, they might as well have been hooked to my trailer hitch. They're on my bumper. And I don't get it. Had the Lord called me home and I had went up into the heavens, they would have gained 100 feet. I mean, come on, people. Back off. You don't have time to react when something happens.
No, you can't.
I'm not a professional driver. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. Boy, I've wrecked some stuff. But I'm just saying. That may be why I know. Give yourself some time to. It ain't going to. When you look and there's a line of traffic, and you're cussing and fussing and throwing stuff about the guy that's in front, it ain't going to help you. If he wasn't there, you wouldn't be but 100 feet ahead.
You're right.
Slow down.
Yeah. You're going to catch up with it.
Odie, if you must drink and drive, what do you do?
Must drink and drive this weekend. Get a Coca-Cola. You know, I love Coca-Cola, and I do tend to mix it every now and again with something, but good old Coca-Cola is good. Now, you are a big Coca-Cola drinker, but you like the glass bottle.
That's the best way they go.
Now, our other guy over there, he's a Diet Coke kind of guy.
I will say I am addicted to my Diet Coke. I like it, and I like the short, I call them baby Diet Cokes. The little bottle. Yeah. I don't want a can. I want the short plastic bottle. And the Dollar General has not been stocking up on these, by the way.
So we need to reorder.
I've got some in the Coke machine that I buy just for Greg. They're $2 a piece.
There's been no drinks in that machine in 5 years, but you know.
It's just every fifth one will get spit out. You just got to keep.
It's about like playing a slot machine in an alley.
You might get one or you might not.
He keeps playing. But Coca-Cola, support local businesses and Meridian Coca-Cola this weekend.
Drink your Diet Coke. You too can look like me.
Let's get it.
That wasn't a real good advertisement.
We may want to rethink that one.
We'll be right back. Good morning. When it's time to store something, think Store Local Storage. It's conveniently located next to Northeast Park, and it's gated. On top of that, it's climate control, so no matter the season, it'll protect your things. 24-hour security, a covered loading dock, fire sprinklers, and you can choose the storage unit that suits your needs. From a 5x5 all the way up to a 10x30, you choose the space that you need. Call Store Local Storage today at 601-490-1618, Highway 39 North, Meridian. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Yeah, welcome back. Sometimes we get tickled at our own selves before we go back on the air. Greg went and brought up, as we talked about this morning, of Hee Haw back in the day. I forgot about the other song.
Room despair and agony on me. Deep dark depression, excessive misery. All of them laying on them hay bales with that old dog, Junior and Grandpa. Oh, Junior told him, said, hey, you look down there, Grandpa, there sure is some pretty girls. Oh, I sure wish I was looking that way. Too sorry to turn their heads now. I mean, that's when comedy was comedy.
Yes,
you know?
it was.
That was, and then they had the Hee Haw Honeys, and it just went on with.
You could sit down and watch that show as a family.
Oh, yeah.
What was the woman that had the tooth that was missing at
That
Donald
played the
Iron?
banjo.
Oh, yeah, that had the
Whooped her
curler.
husband, had all them clothes.
Yeah, had the curlers in
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Get over here, boy.
Yeah, I played the banjo.
Yeah.
And then, Kenny Rogers married the
girl in the
marry
swing.
the pretty one. I mean,
Yeah.
she was absolutely gorgeous.
And until he got caught calling the 1-900 number,
Well,
and it caused a divorce.
Well, then he had his face lifted. Everything was
Yeah,
okay.
he had it all tightened up.
There's no telling. Lulu, who was on whatchamacallit, on the Dukes of Hazzard, was also on there. She had a lot of
I
appearances.
think she was
on.
Lulu on it too, wasn't she?
Lulu Roman, wasn't her name?
Roman, yeah.
I think she was
She
Lulu
worked in
on
the
everything.
diner with old Kenny. Kenny, what's his
With the
last
CB
name?
there?
Yeah, Kenny.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
I can remember when they had C.W. McCall,
Yeah.
Visit the show, and he's sitting at the bar and he has the
And the
CB.
truck stopped.
Yeah, them burgers. Woo, they were rough.
Oh,
there.
they had that cigarette hanging in them ashes falling in them hamburgers.
And there ain't a one of us that ain't been to a restaurant like that.
Oh, yeah.
Might even seen a monkey somewhere.
Some folks have compared you to KORN radio, too.
I've heard that. Okay.
We need to get you one of them kind of.
Oh, have
That's
mercy.
right. One of them Gerald Wayne Thompson hats.
Oh, Jerry.
It won't be long, Angie. I have some corn stalks back here behind.
That's right.
Yeah, that is fall is coming, isn't it? Last night, somebody didn't pull over for the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. Shame. We're going to know their name soon.
Book 'em, Dano.
Yeah.
And that's the way it happened there, is this would happen. Then we were in high school. Blue lights would go on, the car would take off, and next thing you know, there's a car up amongst a light pole. Light pole lines down as they tried to get away. I do believe it was a juvenile. So
Probably
now,
wasn't his car either. I mean, I'm just guessing.
He could have borrowed it, couldn't he?
Yeah.
We don't know all the details yet, but hopefully we'll find out more
And
about
you
that.
wonder why your car insurance is what it is.
It is. You're right.
Yep.
There's a lot of that. Thefts, the amount of cars stolen these days is scary.
And I thought cars had gotten
Well, they're
technology
computerized now,
so
now
much.
you can just
gotta
break
have a
into 'em.
key fobs, and I mean, I thought
No.
we were way on past the old, of somebody sliding on the dash and twisting two wires
Yeah.
together, hot wire and something. I
No.
thought a car wouldn't run or it would cut off, or I don't know.
I got in, and y'all may already have this, but I rode with somebody the other day, had the thing where you don't put the key in.
Yeah.
Now, my 04 model doesn't have that capability. It's
Two
got-
toggle switches and a button.
Yeah.
Got to hit it just right. But that's a thing of the future there, I hear.
No, that was
that's
a
a
thing.
huge
That
thing.
was 5-10 years ago.
Oh,
Scotty
it
Ray,
was.
but okay.
Okay, I'm working on moving up.
Even Greg's got one of them.
You got one?
Oh yeah. Hey, and if you get out with the keys and leave it running, she'll blow the horn at you.
We'll have to try one of these new
Oh,
vehicles at some point. Shad White's made another arrest, and this is one of those crimes where you go, boy, things were slow over at Shad's office because he's digging deeper to grab somebody. It was an alderman at Horn Lake who had a job and failed to report that he'd gotten some unemployment, and next thing you know,
well.
Shad's folks showed up, and made a little arrest there.
He was getting unemployment while he was alderman.
That's the way it looks. He's accused of receiving unemployment benefits while still employed by the city of Horn Lake as an alderman and failing to disclose that income.
Now, how
How
do you think
much-
you're going to hide a government job from the government?
But now and I'm not knocking anybody or nothing else, but I'm just saying, how much could he have been making as alderman of Horn Lake?
Yeah, you're a couple $100. Most of these little towns pay 100, 120
Exactly.
bucks.
It's,
a
mo-
month.
it's
How much
more
are
of
you
a
making?
it's more of a service
Yeah,
than it
that's
is.
all.
You know what I mean? I mean, and with that being said, shout out to those people that do serve
Yeah.
in some of those positions.
But
I mean, it
here's the
doesn't pay
thing on
nothing.
that. It really doesn't matter what it pays because he said, hey, I'll do it.
That's right.
It's kind of like City of Meridian Council
$20,000 a
people,
year.
$20,000 a year. I don't care. because you said I'll do it. Not only did you say I'll do it, you went out and begged people to put you in that position.
And I don't know what Larry makes in Marion for his portion there is being made, but
he earns every nickel.
You dang right.
Whatever
he
it
does.
is, I'm telling you, that Larry
Every one of
earns
them,
every penny
their
of it.
board of aldermen work and do what's right.
That's right. But that's the way government, in my opinion, if I can remember that far back in history, that's the way it was set up, was you to serve, not the government to serve you. And, there's a lot of people that I'm going to have to tighten up. I'm going to go serve 4 years in Jackson, or I'm going to go to Washington for 4 years. And they knew they wasn't going to make no money, but it was a service, almost like the military, to their community and to help their people. And somewhere along the way, we kind of lost that mentality.
What the heck? Is that an apartment building?
Well, I was trying to, as you were talking, Greg, I know I threw you off.
That's okay. I'll just throw it out there on my own.
Well, we got an incoming picture, and I was trying to wrap my brain around where this was, and this was an old bank.
It's a car loan place there now
Yeah.
on the corner
yeah.
of Fifth.
And
yeah.
I was looking at the many items that we have now displaying in our city. Let's just go ahead and show this beautiful bean footage here. This is Fifth Street, the corner of Fifth Street and Highway.
Oh, it's a yard sale.
No, that's an apartment.
Look at this.
Could be a duplex.
It's his bedroom in the middle.
Now, this is easy to get
I'm
confused.
sorry.
Highway 11, Highway 19, Airport Boulevard.
You can call it
College
anything you want to, but all my life, that's Highway 11.
Yeah.
Till you get
It's
to
Highway
College
11.
Park, and then you take a right to go down 8th Street, you take a left to go up Highway 19 North.
Yep.
I don't get how they be
Yeah.
renaming stuff that's already got a name.
I'm assuming this is people that moved in overnight to their business while they were.
That could be one of those Airbnbs.
It's Irish.
It could be.
Honey, get my coffee out of the drive-thru. It's like a dumbwaiter. Shut up, Odie.
What'd you call me?
I've noticed your guest next to you is not saying a lot this morning.
Boy, that's a change, ain't it? Hey, shut up over there. But I do
Man alive.
like the yellow. I mean, that reminds me
that dress is
of
some
Daisy
kind.
Duke's bikini in that one poster. But, you know.
It is. Speaking
So are
of,
you going to take that challenge?
No.
That between you and her, the loser dresses up like Daisy Duke for
No.
80s night?
In my defense on that one, and I think there's a lot of people out there that will agree, voting is tainted. And sometimes she gets the questions. I mean, you can compare this to another event that recently happened, maybe a debate or something.
Right.
I think she has the questions ahead of time, and I get cheated a little bit on that. So no, I don't think it would be fair.
You're not gonna do that.
I decline that.
all right, there.
So, Jessica, that is a broom over there.
Yep, that sure is.
That Greg's got.
As we look at this, there's lots of conspiracy theories about the debate that went on. The earrings were not Bluetooth, but that was out there that the earrings she was wearing were Bluetooth and she was getting it fed to her.
Yeah.
There is talk, and it's talk, it ain't proved yet, that a lawsuit has been filed that the questions were given to her in advance. We don't know that. But that's talk across America. If it actually happens, we'll let you know. This did happen on this day. What year was this, Greg? Let me pull this up. What year did that happen there?
Oh, probably
80, 84?
No,
80,
79.
early 80s.
Early 80s, okay.
82.
We had to get our daily fix there. Daisy. I feel better
Yeah.
about myself. I hope y'all do too. Let's see here. What's going on this morning as we get today underway? Other things that happened. That I ain't even going to talk about her. That's just a little bit too far out there.
So they're, and I heard it this morning, they're talking about, it's shameful that that Trump's talking about these Haitians are eating cats. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. And these Haitians have moved into Ohio, and they have been caught by the neighbors and filmed by the neighbors that they are stealing their pets.
And that's what that
eating them.
was.
And that's what that was. And the Democrats are sitting there going, there's no proof. There's no proof. There's no proof. Yeah. Oh, yes, it is.
I hadn't seen it. I just been made aware of it in the last few hours. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's what these people live in their home. And that's what they do in Haitian. So it's nothing strange to them. It's only strange to us, but they're here illegal. When you go to another country, you go by that country's laws.
That's true. It is.
You know.
As we move to a bit of sad news, and there's not a person in this room or watching that live in the Meridian area hadn't seen this guy pull up in his pickup truck and walk up to a place and drag a sack back.
Oh, yeah, the can man.
Can man. This is so sad. And, of course, I spoke to his son, Todd, last night. I loved his grandkids. The can man. Every year he collected aluminum cans from everywhere.
We were talking about that. What a selfless act. Again, didn't make it about him.
No.
Made it about kids and Christmas and whatever he could do to help. And he took something that people were paying to throw away.
Yeah.
And he made something out of it. You talking about a heart of gold. And I'm not saying y'all, I'm saying we. If we all had a heart like that, think what this world could be. What one man did to step out and do something different, and to take something most people are going to throw away and put forth the effort.
Yeah.
And help so many people.
Like the people that even collect them. He picked them up at businesses, but there was a lot of homes that would stockpile them for 6 months and then call them and say, hey, come get these.
That's right. Yep.
And he did.
And if there was a gathering, if there was a big party or something, I mean, he was going to make sure hey, I'd like to get those cans.
And what he did with that was he took the money from that and helped underprivileged children. Now, here's a question that's already been asked. What happens now? Does this end with his passing? We don't know. Truly a man that will be missed. We hope that somebody will step into the role and help out the kids in the way that he did. We don't know the answer to that.
Definitely.
My, oh, my, oh, my. More coming up. Scotty Ray, Odie, and, of course, Greg is in this morning. And, well, Broom Girl back there is here, sort of. We'll be right back. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisRents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, and of course that was Greg there. Yesterday, we sometimes capture events that go on in our town. Now, I didn't show up. Let me be honest. In front of y'all's office, y'all had a little incident yesterday. It was one of those that I deemed when somebody's falsely accused of something, and you could see the writing on the wall of somebody was accused of something. Police had to stop and check it out. And there was nothing to it, and there was a large crowd in front of fire station number 1 with police. And the old boy didn't do what he's accused of. Where he made his mistake was when they told him to do something, and he was like, well, I didn't do the other, and smarted off. And, well, you don't do that.
That's right.
They will take you downtown, but nothing happened there. We did have a big event over at Wally World.
Wally World.
As our people were on stakeouts through the area watching the situation. This is going to be a little over a minute, but I think it's well watching. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department would notify the Meridian Police Department that a suspect was in town. Ooh. Possibly driving a white Tahoe. Ooh. And here we go.
That wasn't you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Did they have a name on the door?
They both of them looking for you.
I pointed out, mine's older. Mine's an 04. It's not a 12.
I've got a key.
Well, he had a screwdriver too, didn't he?
We had folks set up. Let me back this just a tad. This is about a minute. This is the suspect that has no idea that he's being watched. He comes out, he's buying his groceries, he's shopping. Let's hit play here and just see what happens here with the Meridian Police Department moving in. He's getting in, he's still on that cell phone. He's enjoying life there. Now, we've muted this in most of the areas because there might have been a word
This is
that we didn't need.
you think?
But he's backing out, has no suspect. This has got, I think, Massachusetts plates on. We don't know what happened to paint here, but it ain't good. I'm unsure whose vehicle actually owned that. But he's going to come on up like he's going to pick up some stuff there at the front door, still unsuspected. And as he goes to 2nd Street South, things change at that stop sign. Look at this. Cops move in.
Oops.
And I don't know why that done that, and I had to tap it to make it come back as I was on the scene there, and then it straightens out here very clear. As you'll see, the Meridian Police Department moving in to take this suspect down. He's on the ground. There's a lot to be learned from this. Still to come.
Don't use that self-checkout.
He would be hauled downtown. And again, we're getting bits and pieces of this, but this person, possibly a suspect connected to some murders that happened in Atlanta.
Wow.
And it could be scary there of what we learn out about this.
But hey, great
job.
great work.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you people, even if you're thinking, don't do it, because you're on camera somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's watching. It don't matter
That's
just
right.
about anywhere you at. Somebody's watching.
The suspect, Greg, was identified as Marcus Holloway. I think he is actually from Meridian, but whatever went on happened in the Atlanta area. And I'm hearing pretty serious stuff there. Again, you are a suspect until proven guilty in a court of law.
Then you had the SO and the MPD working together to get this took care of, and they did it without incident.
It was textbook.
That was perfect.
They waited till he got away from a threat from other people because he was considered armed and dangerous. And when he got to a street where nobody was, it was just like that. And I was trying to get the other white Tahoe without the key fob up to the situation where we could jump out.
We hear so many bad things and what police doing wrong and all that. Hey, dude, hats off. Y'all did good.
You dang
good.
right.
Attaboy.
Yeah, attaboy. That's what you get, an attaboy.
And let me see here.
Ooh,
we
you
had
see
some.
them gas prices in that $2.45 a gallon. I
It come down for
remember
just a
about
little
4
bit.
years ago we were at $1.90. I digress.
Well, I ain't no bookie, but you let things go wrong in November, and I'll tell you what gas prices is going to do.
Yeah, but we'll be talking about. You remember when it was a little less
That's
than 3?
Exactly.
What year was it? This had to be prior to 16. Do y'all remember when it got up to $4 a gallon?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And guess what we did? We still bought it.
Yeah, we sure did.
That's what gets me. People talk about, oh, this is expensive, that's expensive. You still going to
You
buy
got
it.
to go to work. You
Yeah.
got to travel. Those things are very expensive. Whew. Hey, we brought up this guy there just a moment ago.
Working.
What a great attire. I think his wife picked this outfit out for him.
Now,
this is-
Rose takes care of him.
Yeah, we're unsure if Harry Mayer dressed him, but we're checking into this now.
Those may be some Harry Mayer boots. Is that what you're talking about?
I think the shorts go well with the boots there. The mayor was ready for anything, and they did. They went around and checked on every resident in Marion. A big thank you to them for doing that. I'm still waiting for the picture of Jimmy to come in, of him going out and doing the same. Anybody got the picture yet? Oh,
Hear the crickets. Key the crickets.
I don't think that happened for some reason. It was kind of, as I mentioned, empty yesterday as I traveled around. It just wasn't a lot of traffic.
Hey, but you know something? Thank the good Lord. I'm so thankful that we didn't get what they were predicting.
Oh, man.
That could have happened.
Yes.
8 to 10 inches of rain, 60, 70 mile an hour winds. Now, I'm sorry, and I know there were cases where trees fell. There was a couple of trees or limbs on homes or whatever. I'm not downplaying it. If you were affected, you're out there going, oh, my God, my place is tore up. It could have been so much worse.
Yep.
And I also am proud of the public for responding accordingly, staying off the roads for the most part.
Yeah.
Those that could. Now, I understand, hey, I have people tell, I got to go to work. I don't have a choice. We're not closing. I get that. But you obviously slowed down and paid attention. You didn't run through a bunch of trees and stuff like we have had in the past.
Did I show you this picture as you bring that up of New Orleans? Look at this that was sent in to us here.
Oh, yeah.
Gas station has an issue there in New Orleans. Totally messed up there.
If that happened in Meridian, you know how many homeless would lose everything they got?
They would. We saw that this morning.
I'm sorry.
Just slipped out, didn't it?
Oh, man.
Louisville, and I don't know, I got this picture sent in. A lot of people were saying, well, what was the story here? I'm assuming wind.
Yeah.
And it is an assumption of this is the scene from Winston County here at Louisville. All the store windows were blown out. We assumed that it picked a limb up and hit it, or it's assumption there, Greg.
That's what I'm going to go with is wind. Because I tell you, that wind, we had some gusts come up, and it was tough. We were extremely lucky, however you want to look at it. Thank God for keeping his hands on top of us, because he exactly did that.
Tell me if I'm right. This is Russell, Mississippi. Am I not right here?
Was Hollingsworth on there? I don't know if that's
CMD
right.
Deer Processing. Isn't that right there by right past Russell Christian Academy?
I think you're correct.
Right there at the railroad tracks, if I am not mistaken.
I'm not 100%.
I feel like it is.
I think that's correct.
Right there past the big white house there with the picket fence out front. So that happened there. That we had a bunch of trees, and we had several reports of this happening here. This would be right across the Bama state line on 496.
496.
You come around a curve, there's a tree in the road, and there's nowhere to go.
But that goes back to what I was talking about this morning. Following too close, slow down. Slow down.
Anticipate a tree being
And for
down.
God's sakes, fix your face before you leave home. You ain't got to do it in 70-mile-an-hour traffic.
Putting that makeup on going down the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true there. 72 this morning as you're waking up. We got a lot more to talk about here in just a moment. Don't rush off. We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
We got sound now.
We were talking about Bill Monroe is what we were talking about, being the father of bluegrass. That was my mistake there. I turned that off for some reason.
Excellent. But he was the father of bluegrass music. Blue Moon of Kentucky, Ricky Skaggs, Keith Whitley, I think they both worked for him.
And he was it when it come to that style of music.
Absolutely.
Bluegrass and blues are really close. In country, all that kind of used to tell a story. I think we got to go with old school blues now, and bluegrass, right. Only ones left telling any stories, aren't we?
That's right.
Yeah, that's where we are. I don't.
Now we've got those 3-word songs that they just say the same 3 words 76 times, and you're supposed to like it.
I want a new boat.
Oh, you make my speakers go boom boom. That makes you want to throw up.
I have to tend to agree with Greg on that one.
Hey, when I was pulling in the driveway this morning, George Jones and the Grand Tour come on.
Step
Now,
right
hey,
up.
buddy, that's a song.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry.
man.
Yeah.
And if somebody out there, for heaven forbid, if you've never heard that song, my determination of it, she's passed away. Correct?
Yeah.
That's she didn't leave him, but she passed away.
I mean, that's
I don't know about that.
if I'd have had
Over
hair,
there.
it would have stood up. I'm telling you, that's a good one.
It is. It is
You
good.
start listening to that, and Gene Watson. I listened to a couple of that coming up here. Oh man,
A little farewell party there. Or maybe Greg was into Love and a Hot
afternoon. Oh yeah, Gene Watson, and he's still touring.
He is. He's
I mean,
out there.
he's like, I don't know.
And as you say that, I often think back of one of his biggest songs, and I'm not sure who the writer was, but nothing
Sure looks good.
nothing sure looked good on you when we were down to nothing. What was the way it was?
When we were down to nothing, nothing sure looked good on you.
Yeah, I almost forgot the way it was. Is that not just woof?
That was questionable. That's like Conway, Conway had some of them songs.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah.
As I touch forbidden. And the radio turned it off.
Yeah.
As we go back for this guy, I'm pretty sure Greg is not going to know this, but
Oh, yeah, he's seen him.
The Hobbit movies that came out there, Lord of the Rings and all of that. This guy was a big star in that. His name was Ian Holm, born in 1931.
I didn't get that channel.
Some of it, now, I ain't going to lie, I made fun of Angie. I was dogging her about it, and I stood there drinking a cup of coffee, and then I got hooked on it, and I had to watch the
Isn't
ending.
that the one with that animal thing they called Precious or something?
Yeah. He was down the ring. It was evil,
Oh.
and he was a normal man. And he put that ring on, and it turned him into a
I've
greedy.
known a lot of people that the ring made them evil.
Made them greedy too, didn't it?
Sometimes them rings can make you.
and that's a big warning. And we laugh, but it is so true. Greed will lead you to an early grave.
That's exactly.
It is there. Let's see here. We have. Anybody remember Nell Carter?
Oh,
Was it
man, that was...
Give Me a Break.
Give me a break. Yeah, that's it.
Born on this day back in '48. I want to say that Nell has passed away since then.
She vacuumed up the fish tank.
Did she do that? I missed that episode. 1965. You have to credit Buck Owens for bringing this guy back as a household name. He owned radio station after
Dwight
radio
Yoakam?
station. Dwight, who was his biggest hero?
Dwight, do what now?
Dwight Yoakam's biggest hero. Who did he look up to?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he owned radio stations, and you would see him.
We watched him on Saturdays.
Yep, this was it. As we go back to remember, I've got Tiger by the Tail.
Tiger
Buck
by
Owens,
the tail.
okay.
It's plain to see.
One of his biggest songs that he ever had. I mean, that'd be ranked right behind "Standing in Your Welfare Line."
Oh yeah. And that red, white, and blue guitar.
It was all American, as we remember Buck Owens there with one of his big songs there.
The Bakersfield sound.
That's what it was. And he had fallen by the wayside, and Dwight comes along and he gets him to do Streets of Bakersfield.
Well,
I don't know you, but
you know,
don't
Merle
like me.
Haggard was
Bakersfield.
in that deal.
Sure was.
Well, I think didn't he take Buck Owens' wife or something?
Yeah,
Bonnie
Yeah.
Owen.
Merle
did.
took
Merle
Buck's
did.
wife, and and he couldn't get rid of her.
What a Elvis! I returned to sender.
This next guy is truly an American rags to riches story. I am funny is an understatement. He has made Atlanta his home base, films everything there, doesn't have to deal with Hollywood anymore because he has made so much money. And I guarantee you, as what's his name from Louisiana, I guarantee used to say you've seen him because we've all watched Medea from time to time. Tyler Perry, born on this day back in '69, and again didn't have two wooden nickels to rub together.
No, he was homeless. Came up, writes his own screenplays, and produces everything now, and does it all himself. And what he's done is amazing. Man.
Let's see here what else we've got going on this morning. It would debut some 55 years ago.
Golly.
And I think most people had what was her name there that ran around with Fred?
Thelma and
Velma.
Not Velma, but the other.
Daphne.
Scooby-Doo premiered on Today back in '69. It was always those meddling kids.
And the mystery machine.
Scooby snack.
Would have got away with it. As we go back to remember, I love Little Baby Ducks.
Tom T. Hall?
Yes, sirree. Anybody remember that song?
Yep.
Became a number one. It was actually released on this day. He recorded it. I love. And it was just a plain, simple little song that America loved. I liked it myself there.
Yep.
As we go back to, this would premiere tonight, and he would take his own life some years later. And speaking of, it's a tie to Scooby-Doo because his son would go up to be Freddie Prinze Jr. As we remember, Freddie Prinze. Chico and the Man premiered today, 74. Remember that? It's been forever and a day ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But I can remember the headlines as a kid of when they found him, that he had committed suicide there. Now, this is a show among shows. When you get into private detectives and it became a fad, this guy really started it.
Barnaby Jones, Cannon.
Up close.
Rockford Files.
Man, was he not super cool?
And he had the Trans Am without the spoiler.
Yep,
That's right.
Yep.
And they I read about that. They told me, take that off. I want to fit it, look like the plain gumshoe private detective.
He argued with him. He goes, I don't make that much money. How can I afford the sports edition?
The sports, yeah. Bring me the Firebird.
So, and that's what they did. Rockford Files. Jim Rockford hung out with his dad, who
lived in the camper on the beach. In the parking lot at the beach.
Do you? Let me ask this on a scale of 1 to 10 up against Daisy. How do you think
0.
this one? Did she do any good, policewoman?
No.
She failed, didn't she?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't even compare, should we?
No.
Hush over there.
Let's see what else went on today.
Oh man,
this guy, his group done well. He's probably known more for his Playboy wife that he married, and
Pamela Anderson and that long-haired fella.
It'd be close. He was a member of. Y'all remember Joe Don Walker there? These days, remember Rascal Flatts? He's in the group, and he made that steamy video with her in it, and everybody was going, shouldn't have done that.
I missed that.
Uh-oh.
I didn't get that channel.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't know either.
Wow. Pictures from the other side. As we go back to remember the number one album in country music in 76, it was Are You Ready for the Country? Oh, Waylon took it to number one today. 76, believe it or not. A man among men. A legend, you might say there. This is, out of all the songs this stuttering guy would do, and he did, this was my favorite.
Male Tillis?
Yeah.
That's right. You can tell by the tail of my shirt, I'm a Tennessee hustler. Good timing man. Anybody remember that?
Well, Coca-Cola, didn't he do Coca-Cola Cowboy?
You're just with a Eastwood smile and a Robert Redford grin.
Stomp them grapes and
Don't know that
sawmill.
Send me down to Tucson. That was and then of course he had Pam, his daughter, who went on to become a big legend there.
He was in Cannonball Run, too.
Yes, he was.
As we go back to 79, it would premiere. It was, well, sometimes the governor is just not too smart. We've seen that once or two in our lifetime.
Save us from Mavis. I'm sorry. You got to get a filter over here.
Benson premiered in 79. I mean, I had forgotten about Ray Mavis. That was a bumper sticker, too, wasn't it?
Save us from Mavis.
Save us from Mavis. Oh, have mercy. That's been a little while there. As we go back to, this was a bad show. I couldn't watch it, and thank goodness they finally pulled the plug on it. Lou Grant got pulled off television tonight in 82. It's gone with the wind, as they say. Let's see what else happened today. It would be 86. The redhead, who was a rodeo star.
Reba McEntire.
That's her. She would have a number one hit with Little Rock, It's Time to Take You Off. Anybody remember that?
Reba.
I do. I like her show. I mean, I guess it's reruns now. I mean, I'm just getting around to watching it. But
Do you realize, Greg, that show is 20 years old? And I'm like you.
Really?
Just now. I didn't watch it.
I thought it was new.
For you, it is.
Well, yeah.
This would debut. It was not my. I know it was big, but it was not my flavor. Anybody remember watching Law and Order? It debuted tonight. It's real dry. I can watch it today and go, huh? It's like me watching Alex Trebek.
Yeah,
it's just.
I watch it for the commercial.
Law and Order had some good. There's so many different ones. It's kind of like at NCIS. CSI did the same thing. You know, why you got a different CSI at a different place? Same with that one. That Law and Order, the original to me was good, but the rest of them.
I don't think I got that channel.
Yeah, you got it. You just
Now,
didn't flip it.
there's not one of us in this room that listens to this next guy's music by any means, but you have to give credit where credit's due when it comes to other genres of music. And this guy was good. He was killed today. In Atlanta, Georgia, if I remember right, Tupac died today. He was shot in a drive-by shooting, if I remembered right. It was in Las Vegas, where it all happened. That's been a few years ago, back in '96. And again, in his field, he was huge.
A lot of people think him and Elvis are hanging out now, kind of hiding.
It could be.
Roy Orbison.
I have to say my favorite character, Roy, was the dad on this show because he was just so blunt.
Yeah.
And he told it how it was. Anybody remember watching Everybody Loves Raymond?
Right, yeah.
Greg kind of reminds us all of the Raymond's brother.
I like the dad. Now
The dad he was kind of like Red from that 70s show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like Red Foreman.
You big dummy. I can't say what he actually
I got
said.
my foot.
Yeah. That was good stuff. We all remember this episode because everybody talked about it. It was the best publicity that if you were a talk show host, you couldn't buy advertising like this. As Oprah said, hey, everybody in the studio audience gets a brand new car.
Come you don't ever do nothing like that.
Well, I drive a 04 car. That's why.
Hey, we'll have a Tahoe giveaway. Have a drawdown or something.
Do that.
Yeah.
It could be yours.
That's right. You too could be a winner.
What's that? One of those hands-on contests?
Oh,
The
yeah,
last
yeah,
one
yeah.
is
Last
touching
one.
Remember when they did that for the boat?
Yeah.
At the
Yes.
Yamaha place on B Street.
I remember.
I remember that like it was yesterday. Somebody stood there for like 4 days, 3 days, something like
Yeah.
that. I think.
Would you do that?
No.
No, me
Depends on
neither.
what kind of boat it is. Yeah.
No, maybe for one of them thick crust pizzas, but I ain't worried about it for a boat.
Yeah.
I have to tend to agree with you on that. As we go back to 05, this would start out really good. The first 4, 5, 6 seasons were good, and then it kind of went off the deep end there. As you go back to remember the debut of Supernatural, as we remember that.
I didn't get that channel.
There's only 2 shows that really have long, multiple seasons from start to finish that was really, really, really good to me.
Seinfeld.
One was,
That was
so you said that and it threw me off.
He went neutral again.
Yeah, I
Somebody
went neutral. My
hit
gears-
reset over
My
there.
gears hit it. One of them was Queen of the South.
Yeah. Ooh,
Hadn't seen it yet.
best
And-
series I've ever
Yes.
watched.
And then the other one was Raymond.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
No, he was the most wanted by the FBI.
What you talking about, Willis?
I ain't got a clue.
Raymond Reddington. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Dark Blacklist.
Blacklist. Those two, especially those two right there. If you hadn't seen those, start them and go because those are awesome.
Queen of the South, I agree.
Oh, man.
Best series I've ever watched.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick something, I'm going to go on with Andy Griffith or
Well, I'm going with Longmire too, also in newer series, but Andy has to be
Andy
almost
Griffith's
the
absolutely
most popular
best.
TV show. Of
I
all
like
time.
MASH, Hogan's Heroes.
The good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
We would. I want to say I got 2 tickets to Paradise and Take Me Home Tonight. Anybody remember that? Eddie Money would pass away on this day back in 2019. Boy, has it been that long ago that we lost Eddie Money? He only had those 2 songs that I'm aware of. Now I know there's going to be some arguing folks. Yeah.
Didn't get that station.
That'd be all right.
I needed to put a space in between this, but does the name Ken Starr ring a bell to anybody?
Yeah.
Does that go back in time and go ding-a-ling-a-ling? He's the one who took
I did
Clinton.
not have sexual relations with that woman when I did not inhale.
He passed away on this day back in 22. We'll remember him from the big Clinton thing and that girl dealing with that. Boy, that's been years ago.
Natural causes, I'm assuming.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Never mind the holes
This
in the back
time,
of his head.
yes. This time, yes.
What was the Whitewater? What was that?
Watergate.
The Watergate.
No, in Whitewater. You remember the real estate was one of the first scandals that come out of the Clinton thing. Whitewater something.
I remember it now.
It come up a lot of people disappeared.
There were so many scandals, you can just flip through the books. And again, nothing been done. They're still happy.
And interesting about Hillary is all that. She set up a command post when all that stuff come out to destroy that woman and any other woman. Never in history has that happened. But it did.
They destroyed a lot of people.
Sure
but that's
did.
another
The
story.
land deal in Arkansas.
Yeah, and wasn't it
the Whitewater? I believe it was.
Whitewater scandal was it. Don't be a business partner with somebody you don't know very well. We're just giving it friendly advice. We'll be right back.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your local authorized dealer for all your Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, and Suzuki side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and motorcycles. And we service everything we sell. And for you do-it-yourselfers, we have a very knowledgeable parts department to help you with all your needs. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or call at 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Knoxville, Tennessee, checking in. Howard, good to see you there joining us this morning. Lots of folks, Landale, Arkansas, as we're going back on that. Hello, Knoxville. Glad to have y'all here. Let me ask this, because I watched 1.5 episodes of it.
Oh, you're missing
Then they took it away. And
well, from the free stuff.
Well, it was a teaser to sell you something.
Yes.
Greg, how do you rate this? Let me pull this up where everybody can see this.
It's good. Started watching it after I figured out how to, I had to get my daughter and future son-in-law.
If it doesn't come on VHS, he don't know how to operate.
How to purchase it, but I like it. I mean, it's good, and I can relate. The guy's been in jail, not like that, but he's been out of commission for 25 years, and he feels like he's in another world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is.
He gets out. I mean, he's freaking out. They got cell phones, and they got all kind of stuff.
And he worked for the mafia, and they just more or less ditch him, don't they?
Well, when he got out, they kind of hung him out to dry. They moved him to another town, kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
But it's the way he looks at things. I mean, like I said, I can kind of see that too. I mean, he don't like modern
You mean
stuff.
you could buy marijuana from a store?
Well, he goes to get a debit card, and he has no clue. And I'm thinking, me and him were the only two people I thought left on earth. I don't have a debit card. I don't want one.
But your wife and daughter has one in your name.
No, they got their own, but I don't do credit cards. I don't. And
he didn't have one.
No, he had no idea how to get a debit card.
He didn't even have a driver's license.
Didn't even have a driver's license. By the way, Mr. MHP, I do have a driver's license.
You want that to be done?
I want to make sure Cameron knows that, and it's good too this week.
But and the little bit that I saw, he goes to a town. He starts to adapt, and he gets somebody to be his driver. A little guy there. He says, "Show up," and then it just goes.
It goes from there. They move him to Oklahoma, and I mean he
takes over.
Yeah, he does.
And it is good. I can't wait. The 15th, season 2 comes out, and I cannot wait.
So anyway, if y'all haven't watched that might be a good one.
That's pretty good. Now
I'm gonna try to partake of a little bit of that and go back.
Talking about a little bit of history. This is Sunday, and so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. But 29 years ago Sunday, lost my dad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man. It's a day you never forget, too, buddy.
That's exactly right. 29. I've lived longer without him than I lived with him.
Yep.
But he means so much to me, and what he did for me and what he taught me. And I still got people coming up that says, "Man, I love your dad. I missed your dad, and he meant so much to me," and that means an awful lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
29 years, man.
It's
tough.
something about those dates in history.
Yeah.
I mean, May the 2nd, 1993, 1:47 a.m. My dad died at Riley Hospital. I'll never forget it. Never forget it.
Yep.
And it's those.
Thank y'all.
It is. You don't forget. And there's many of you out there going, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And if you haven't lived through something like this, trust us. Enjoy the moments that you've got with your loved ones now.
I didn't say that to make you cry. I want you to smile. Remember the good times with them.
I miss him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Think back to the good times and all the fun you had, or the times you got your butt tore up.
Yeah.
I mean, you really deserved it.
Think much.
But we're blessed people, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
We are.
Yes.
Speaking of fun things to do, pack your bags, come to town tonight. This is going to be going on downtown Meridian as we get ready for Full Moon on Rails. It got moved over to the Railroad Museum, Front Street there by the train station.
She gonna fly on over?
She's flying in tonight. It's going to be happening. Now, we have different entertainment tonight because of the booking didn't work out for the original band that we had for Full Moon on 5th, but it's going to be fun. All the activities begin at 6 o'clock tonight there at the Bridge
that'll
by
be
Tony's.
a real multimodal center then. You're going to have the train, and you'll have the bus, and the broom.
Yeah, it's all together. Transportation like you don't know.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll have it on display. Well, are you going to take it for her? That's her standing.
You ain't touching that.
No, I ain't getting nowhere near her with nothing big enough to swing at me.
Another event that we want you to take part of, this is coming up tomorrow night, downtown Decatur, and this is for a great cause. We all know him as we get Dan Boyd. His wife has cancer. He's a deputy, and they're raising funds for him and his family now. We want to remind you this is going to be taking place. Todd Tillman's going to be performing at ECC at the Huff Auditorium. Tickets, all of this goes to help out Dan and his family. They just got home. They've been gone for 8-9 weeks living in Florida as she got treatment for her cancer. We cannot urge y'all enough, if you can make it out for this. Tickets, I think, are $20. Is that right?
I think that's what it is. Yep,
Yeah,
$20 a ticket.
It goes
purchased at the door.
A great cause. If you can help out, do so. It'd be greatly appreciated. He's one of the good guys there that we like a whole lot that helps our community. He's worked for Newton and Lauderdale County.
Oh, yeah. If you dig around and look, if you're interested in music, there's more venues than you think. I guess I'm tired of hearing people, there ain't nothing to do in Meridian, Lauderdale County. No, ain't nobody going to come beat on your door and drag you out. But if you, well, maybe not. But if you look around, there's people playing music everywhere. And we got some talented people around here.
Anybody have their Amazon order late? Well, it might be in the next day or so as we look at, what's this?
That Prime is going to be a day late.
A little shaken instead of stirred.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then we had to get Lewis to come on out and handle the situation to get him out of the ditch there. Look at that cable pulling that truck out.
What he said, you can't park there.
You can tell by the tracks that that's a highly traveled ditch.
Yes, it is.
There ain't no grass much going to grow in that ditch.
That is our famous curve.
And again, I'm not an engineer. I don't understand caster and camber and angles and dangles and all that. But, dude, something ain't right with that road. You know what I mean? Right there at that split,
Negative canter.
we have more and more accidents right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in the wrecker service, I'd buy me an acre and just put it up right there. All you got to do is mount a tree, a winch to a tree, and just
pull them out.
Just pull them in. It's like putting out a trout line.
Don't have to do a whole lot of work.
Somebody's going in that ditch every week.
Yeah,
People,
they are.
It's got to do with rain. No, it don't. Dry weather, they still run out through the woods there.
I didn't even realize this was his son, Karate Kid, going back to it. Steve McQueen, y'all know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
His son has passed away. Steve McQueen's son, his name was Chad. And let me show you this. This is from Daily Mail, a picture of him from Karate Kid.
He
he
was
didn't
a
have-
smart aleck at the other dojo.
Yeah, but he didn't have much of a scene. He didn't do a whole lot there, so.
I wasn't a big karate fan.
I enjoyed Karate Kid. I mean, I do. Because I like Mr. Miyagi's cars. I mean, Mr. Miyagi had some wax on, wax off, nice cars.
He did have some. And as we go, but he's passed away. He's 63. It was some form of an organ failure. What caused him to pass away?
All right, so tomorrow morning, Greg, we'll have to pull you away from this. This might be up your alley. Lauderdale County Habitat for Humanity has a 5K run walk for the kids tomorrow at Bonita Lakes beginning at 8 a.m.
You want me to go ahead and start now?
Yeah. So register time to run. So go out there and support Habitat for Humanity as well.
All I can say, you see me running, you better run too.
Something bad
tonight.
And Greg, I don't know if you remember this, but for years you saw them on Ford pickup trucks where you could go in and punch the code on the truck.
Yes.
For years that was just standard equipment.
I still have it.
Yeah.
Right, but you ain't getting it for standard no more.
Really?
That new option will cost you $455.
Worth every penny.
But
the only thing about it, if you ever drive a Ford like I have for many years,
yeah,
and you buy another vehicle, first thing you're gonna do is lock your keys up in it. Because you're so used to getting out, and you got the key, the push pad on the door.
Yeah.
First thing you do, you're going to throw them keys in the floor, throw them on the seat, jump out, and you locked it.
Well, at least you got a good vehicle, even though you did lock your keys on it.
Mine has no electric start, none.
Your window won't even roll up. Don't stop. You ain't got to worry about locking yourself out. You got to get windows in it first.
He got to open his door at the drive-thru.
It rained yesterday, so my window won't roll down.
Have you considered trading? I mean,
I thought
maybe
about
upgrading to something made this century.
Everybody told him they didn't want it.
Something at least made in this century.
I'm working on that. Poor window. And you got to be rolling for the air to be cool. You can't sit still at a red light. It don't like that. You got to be going.
Hey, I got a window unit and a generator we could put in the back.
I've seen that at red lights before. People that do that. We had they had to abort a takeoff there. Did you hear about that in Nashville? The two planes that clipped each other.
I didn't hear
what?
they touched.
They touched. The wings hit at a Nashville airport. We had another incident where some tires blew out upon landing. Yeah. Rump road.
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this. Because of technology and how information gets out as quick as it does now, do you know how many flights are safe and take off and land without a problem?
Yeah.
I agree. That's bad. That's close. Because you don't have a minor airplane accident
Correct.
when two of them get together usually.
But there are far less.
But do you know how many? I'm scared of flying. Dude, you'll walk down 8th Street Meridian, but you're scared of flying?
There you go.
I mean, come on. I mean, so many, and it's amazing to me how many people fly every day. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't volunteering to go flying, but I'm just saying.
If you had to, you would.
It's pretty doggone safe.
Well, he ain't going to walk far, so he'd rather fly.
Yeah, something better come along.
I want to bring this up because this is, a lot of people have this mindset. If you don't go to a gym, can bench press a Buick, you're just out of shape.
I go by the gym twice a day.
Do you?
I don't ever stop, but I go by there. Makes me feel better.
It does. The thought.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts. This guy, bodybuilder 36, Mr. I'm in perfect shape. You can still have a heart attack regardless who you are. One of the biggest bodybuilders there. And I want y'all to look at this big old boy. Look at him.
Oh, my God. Look like a gorilla.
Yeah, they say that he is the #1 premier bodybuilder. He has passed away from a heart attack at the age of 36.
Well,
the mutant is what they called him.
When some of these folks outlived Richard Simmons, I knew they wasn't nothing to this exercise stuff.
That you figured it right off.
I mean, yeah.
But you often hear the people that eat the diets and they live a life miserable because they don't get that good food that we go out and chase every day.
Well, I think everybody ought to be healthy and they ought to do what they want to do. And if your thing is working out and walking and all that, my wife and daughter do it every day. They're going to go walk. They're going to go do it. That's great. I'm all for it. But me personally, that just ain't my thing.
I think our health problems comes with the crap that we put in our food.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what our crap. It doesn't matter how you exercise, how well you take care of yourself. It's the crap we've allowed the food industry to alter our food.
And there's a lot of additives in there.
Yeah.
Tell you something you can't do in Tupelo, Mississippi is try to set the Walmart on fire. The police show up and arrest you. Two juveniles went to jail for trying to set Walmart on fire. Shame.
What?
I know.
How? I mean, what? you're sitting around, hey, go set Walmart on fire.
Yeah, who does it?
What brings that up? I mean, why would that even?
Well, we had juveniles right here that burnt down the old Center Hill School.
Yeah, you're right.
Burnt down homes.
Somebody's cheese done slid off the cracker when you want to do. If that's the first thing that pops in your mind,
For
something,
entertainment,
yeah.
Hate that happened. They have been arrested, and we'll wait to see what happens. We've had one person in the state of Mississippi injured so far with the cleanup efforts that are going on down the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And again, it could be so much worse down there than what we got.
Amen.
But we've done well. We did do some birthdays, Odie. Have we gotten any in this morning?
Yeah, we've got a few of them that's come on in this morning. We've got Slim Davidson, 78 years young. Tiffany Taylor Huff, 49. Wayne and Nikki Hunt celebrating 22 years together. Tommy Harper, 6-0 today. Russell Sullivan's 32. Daniel Gregory's got a birthday. Eddie Smith's got a birthday. Debbie Moles has a birthday. Lisa Humphrey Roberts had a birthday yesterday, 54. Tomorrow, I'm sorry. Cheryl Etheridge Wolf has got a birthday. And I think that's all we got right there. So, man, happy birthday and happy anniversary to y'all, too. Happy anniversary to Brianna Steele.
Now, don't forget
Birthday.
What I say?
For Brianna Steele.
Yeah.
Anniversary day. Don't forget about this ladies' lift for this year because there's such bargains that are to be had as we get ready for Sweet Pea Swat Shop.
Oh, okay.
Man, yeah, I tell you,
all those
you can
kids'
find some
clothes.
deals. Yeah, and go back every day because you get different deals every day.
That is going on. So y'all check that out. It'll be a lot of fun there. And we want to remind you about this. I've been to Union, I don't know how many times. We're getting ready for the Country Day as we pull this up.
Ooh, you're talking about
there.
good eating.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, chicken on a stick and pretzels. Oh, boy.
Patty Wings got a birthday Sunday. Look at there.
That's a heap of them. As we always say, we can't thank y'all enough for including us in your day, making us a part of what we do. You're like family to us, so to speak.
Hey,
Most
without
definitely.
you, there's no us.
That's exactly
There
right.
we are. So as we get ready to depart today, we need to leave you with a Bible verse. Did you come up with something for us there?
Yeah, today we're going to go to Psalms 27, verse 14, where it tells us to wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. That's one thing that keeps me going. Like I said, I lost my father 29 years ago. I hate that he's not here to see where I'm at and my family, but there's one thing for sure, and that's I'm going to see him again. He is in the kingdom of heaven, and I'm going to go live with him for eternity in the kingdom of heaven. Put Jesus Christ in your heart. Any of our loved ones that we no longer have with us, hopefully they're up there waiting on us, and hopefully each one of us will be up there with them. Remember that what the good Lord did for our city, our county yesterday, and our state by keeping each one of us safe, along with everyone that was affected by this hurricane. What he can do is amazing in our lives. Hope you'll have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back Monday to start this all over again in about 72 hours.
What's that girl got to say over there?
It's the quietest day we've spent together.
I still don't hear anything.
Greg, thanks for coming in with us.
Y'all have a great weekend. Get out, support something, do something, love somebody, forgive somebody, help a neighbor.
We enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you
love
Monday.
y'all.